I just want us to pace things, to take it slower.
Bed space change. Some intimate moments need to not happen anymore.
That's sad.
No, Sophie, don't cry. No. I want to use you to pepper this.
The dynamics in this house is just very crazy. Like, if you miss out on any particular moment or if you don't follow up, you just come back wondering, how did this person get to this person? How did we get to this point? When did things get this deep? Who is this person on this person's bed? What is going on? You will literally be lost if you miss out on a few things that are happening in the house. So last night, conversations happen here and there, things upon things happen here and there, and then breakups, whatever name we decide to use, or shipwrecks, I'm just going to call it shipwrecks, still happened, right? So this video of Emisia and Kola is kind of funny, but we're going to get to it, Sha. We're going to get to this point. I'm going to give you guys all the tea on what happened last night because that's what I'm here for. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, please do well to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you can get notified each time I post a brand new video. So let me begin with the daily conversation that
To
she
say,
had.
oh, I'm very.
Um, let me begin with the conversation she had with Jason because I feel like that's what gave rise to this situation, that's him, this situation with Jason and Sultana. It started with this conversation. So when they were having this their whole back and forth, I brought it to you guys yesterday, the Dede and Jason conversation where she was dragging him because of Sultana and the whole dynamics and her not knowing what has been going on and Jason not informing her. So in that conversation, she mentioned his relationship, right? And later on, he now went to have a conversation with Sultana. So I'm just going to bring out the little part where I was able to highlight that she was talking about his relationship outside.
This moment you're saying, oh, I'm very. How you look out? It's like you have this thing and you don't want to hurt somebody outside. And in 1 minute you were drunk, and somebody else was drunk, and then you're saying, oh, it is a drunk thing that happened with you guys. Or you've been drunk. Okay, that makes no sense.
It's the way she was analyzing the thing. She was just analyzing the whole situation, and then she's like, "Okay, how am I going to explain this thing?" And she's like, "Okay, that makes no sense." So now that conversation happened, right? And then she also told him, that's Jason, that she doesn't want to be in a messy situation, and that she's going to stop talking to him. So she doesn't want it to come across like, oh, I'm in a position where I'm dragging this guy, or I and one lady we are dragging somebody. You get waiting with the drag for here, right? So she said she didn't want anything messy. She didn't want to be in that kind of messy situation, right? So she told him she was going to stop talking to him. So later on, at night, Jason went to have a conversation with Sultana, and he was basically telling her that he was going to leave her bed space. You guys know that she has been sleeping on her bed. They used to cuddle and all of that. So he told her that he was going to leave her bed space, and his voice was very low. Most of the things he said, I didn't even catch it, but thank God there was a recap that Sultana did with Gigi later. So they just had that, and then Sultana was like, "Oh, that's sad," based on the fact that he wanted to leave her bed space. She was feeling bad about it, right? So he just said what he said, right?
Just say
So
no.
you wouldn't be my neighbor anymore.
For now.
That is sad.
So bed space change. Some intimate moments need to not happen anymore. Like
That's sad.
So see him saying, did you hear what he said there? He said, bed space change, some intimate moments are not going to happen again. And minutes later, it was those moments were literally happening. I don't know whether that one a farewell kiss, I mean a farewell, yeah, waiting they do for there. So after all the talk that they had, he basically like gave her like a, let me just call it a goodbye kiss. He was now, when he finished that one, he was not doing, was not running out of the room. He was like, Jason, get yourself out of here. You know that, don't get. In fact, he gave it in talk. Mm-hmm. Let's
run for your life, run for your life, run for your life, Jesus.
Sin and run for your life, Jason. So it was basically saying that he needed to run for his life. Maybe that one a temptation way no one face. That's how he painted it, or that's how he made it look. Now, in that whole thing, Sultana was just like acting all cool, like, okay, it's fine, that's sad, but it's okay. I did not expect at all that it was going to cause her to have a breakdown. Honestly, like I said, the dynamics could just they move. So I knew that she liked Jason in a way, but I didn't know that there was it was deep or it was like serious. You understand? So when she went out to have a conversation with Gigi, I said, where how will I take, get how will I take reach here? So she not told Gigi. In fact, they sat down for like a few minutes and she was trying to hold back tears. Gigi now went to get a clothes for her to use and wipe her tears in case anything like that.
No, Sophie, don't cry. No, no. Like, okay, I am. Okay, hold on. Let me get you.
So she went on to give Gigi the gist about the situation with Jason, and she said that Jason basically told her that she's like a distraction, not a distraction. He's trying to avoid temptation. So, and she's in the position where she's putting him in that position of being tempted, and that he has a relationship outside. He told her about his relationship outside, and just like uh and just the idea of him wanting to take a step back, right? So that was just what she was gisting Gigi about the whole thing and how the conversation went and all. So she said she don't get a problem. She doesn't have an issue with him with the fact that he has a relationship outside, but with him just wanting to cut things off because of that and change bed space, set boundaries and stuff.
The fact that he's in a relationship is not my problem. But it's the fact that he says I am a distraction and that he would need to leave my bed space and that he can't control himself.
You, hmm. Papa say he can't control himself. He needs to leave her pet space. Da, 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 da. Why is it now? Is it now that you remember that you are in a relationship outside? Is now that you remember that you cannot control yourself? Is this same day that you remember that all these things are going on? So it's one of two things, right? It's either he's doing this because of the fact that Dede called him out on what he was doing and reminded him of his situation outside, and that just puts him in a particular space where he's like, okay, this that I'm doing doesn't make sense. I need to consider the person that I have on the outside, or he's doing it because he doesn't want a situation where they will like maybe not talk to him again, and he has decided to cut one person off, and the one person is cutting off is Sultana, right? So that he can maintain his friendship with Dede. So it's one of those two things. That one we're going to find out along the way, but I just know that's one of those two things. So Gigi was now asking, where is this coming from? And that's where me I think it's coming from, Sha. But Sultana said he told her that with Gigi with he said Sultana said he had a conversation with Dede and also explained things to her, but that with Dede his situation with her is more on the friendship level. So they since they are both in relationships is not an issue.
I'm confused. I'm trying to figure out where this is coming from. Well, he said he has told Dede already. Dede knows that's why their relationship is that close, but she also has a relationship. That's why they're always together, but then they just like surface.
So you guys heard what was said there. So he's not pausing his relationship or his situationship with Dede. He's only pausing the one with Sultana, and his excuse is that with Sultana there's temptation, there's distraction, but with Dede she's in a relationship, so they can maintain a platonic friendship. That's just the summary of everything. Now somebody said that that Gigi Jasmine is like, she was just at this point she was thinking about her own situation, and she was just trying to like see how she would her protect her own situation. That's her situation with Victory, right? So she was sad according to what I'm saying. Like I saw somebody Gigi was sad because she's like, let her now come and be reasoning Victory. And the reason it made me laugh is because last night Gigi was now cuddling Victory. I said, Gigi and Victory, not cuddling, but like they stayed on the same bed, like they slept on the same bed. I was like, Gigi and Victory from where to where? Like, I looking at what I'm looking at? I say, it's like marking territory something. So the first marking of territory was, okay, I am close to this babe that you say you like, so you can't come here. And then now that this whole thing is now happening, she's like, okay, let me now establish the closeness back with Victory so that she will not now go back there. They see now they see the coordination or the analysis where they bring. Meanwhile, Jason has moved to, I don't even know, they were all in like the room, and he was staying beside like Joanna and Rude Boy. Like, he has just gone to locate another bed situation. Then Midday and Bright, she was just seeing him earlier on that she heard that Sultana doesn't like Dede because the guy that she kissed is basically following Dede all around like a lost puppy. Just their normal, I'll call it couple gist.
That's why Sultana doesn't like it because the person that she likes, that she kissed, is following her like a lost puppy, and she's just like, oh, you're doing the boys anyhow. The boys that were here won't say, I'll wait for sort of things.
If you see how it took me like a lot to like listen to the conversation, and I had to subtitle it because at the beginning parts they were Mide's voice wasn't loud, so I was like, okay, let me just subtitle it so that you guys can also understand what was being said there. So she spoke about that one concerning Diddy because it's now that the PGs is going on. So many of the housemates did not know anything about it, so it's now that it's going around small, 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 small. So they now spoke about Diddy. Like Bryce was now saying that that this Diddy thing, self, that if Mide was not in the house, that he would have not gone for Diddy. Actually, that he doesn't have that kind of like attraction or that kind of like feelings towards her. And Mide now told him that, and it's you saying something, but like if you now this is you telling me this, but if you now act a certain way or do certain things or say certain things, it now looks the other way. And I think that talk came from their truth or their games that they played one time, or two truths and a lie. Yeah.
If you were not in this house, I'm not going to use you. I don't think I doubt that. I just think that when you say things like this and then you now play a game that you're not saying something else, it's looking as if you have a secret admiration. That's what it looks like.
Do you guys hear that? So she's saying that when you now play a game and you say something else, Kayode did not allow us to watch that game, and so many conversations have come out from that particular game that he played. That was the night. I think was it not Saturday night, or which day was that? That Kayode left that place where they were playing games to go and show us other things that I don't even that were not so important like that. So many things happened. The whole coin thing, they did thing, some truths, two truths, a lie, and several things were said and several things were done, and we did not see any of that. Well done, Kayode, well done. It's all right. Then Mide and they were having a conversation later on this last night, and Mide was basically like telling Dede that Bright came to her and was talking about Dambo's kid. That Kola made reference to Dambo's kid, and it just made her feel like, okay, why are you saying this? It was giving this relationship or this situationship that we are in is a strategy for you. So they made reference to Dambo's kid in such a way that it would be like, now that we're in a situationship, if let's say that in they work kind of thing. That's how she felt, and it now seems strategic.
Only for you to now tell me Kola said Dambosia. Am I down? I think Dambosia. Am I
This caller that gave me one of his eyeglasses today.
Why don't you just believe me?
Wow, even though this boy is wearing you, I'm not even going to lie. But you know what? I trust you, and I trust that you're going to handle this situation.
So I told you guys that this one that Damboski does that has gone home now, all these shippers will start feeling like, this if let's say shipping no they work, or there's like we're not gonna chase this because if you look at their relationship, Damboski and Zita in the house, everybody was looking up to it like, okay, it's more like they were seeming like that couple that had their stuff together. They were all cute and stuff. And because the housemates were seeing them more, they felt like we were also seeing them as much, and they were like an ideal couple in a way, and people viewers will like them. So now that Dambo's kid is out, is making them question things, and Bright is now bringing it to midday, and it was pissing her off because she's like, "Is this whole thing like a strategy to you?" You know, and she just explained more to Dede. Dede was telling her that these people, they know what they're doing. I'm like, if I name
If you really like me the way you're telling me you like me, Kola telling me, Adam, be like, ah no, me and my days, I'm sure you'll see the way we like each other and it will be fine. You won't come and meet me and tell me, you know what? Maybe we should actually be more strategic and like
well, every AK market day, Bright gives midday a reason to question their situationship or their friendship. It happens like almost every day. So normal now. She went to have a conversation with Bright, telling him that she wants them to take a step back and take things slow, and that she doesn't like the way things are going and how he's operating. Just basically bearing out her mind, pouring out her heart to him, and telling him what it is that she was feeling. She didn't say so much, but she just gave him like a small hint as to why she wanted them to just take a step back. Yeah.
so it just makes me feel like I'm opened up to somebody that is ready to just do whatever. Obviously, I like you, and I just want us to pace things, to take it slower.
They are overthinking this thing,
I am.
and you shouldn't be.
I get so many mixed energy from you, right?
It's like you're overthinking this thing, and you shouldn't be. Why not? Why shouldn't you overthink it? There's so many things to overthink there. Imagine I saw a video of Ibi Fubara saying that Bright is to like was literally very flirtatious with her. Even there's a conversation of saying or asking her the color of pants she's wearing, this and that and that. So he was actually flirting with her in the house. So why wouldn't she be thinking deep into like all these things? I think that midday has, when you're feeling like this almost every time about somebody, you would definitely know that there's something off. So I believe she knows that there's something off here. This thing is looking somehow, but she's too caught up in it to take action. So she will just explain it to him. He'll sweet talk her, and then they'll be back to base. So that is the situation. That's her position, or that's where she has found herself now. Because even with all these conversations, there's still day. There's still day. So there's no living, but she's aware of the situation, but she really cannot do anything about it. That's just what I'm going to say. That's how it is. After some time, Baba now shifted close to her to, like, mesmerize and serenade and gist and talk. He now said that he feels like they did this, they did that. They did not show the full thing. They just removed it. They did not allow us to hear what he wanted to say about Dede there.
I wanted to get to you, that's why I leave my door and I didn't leave
I was like, wow, okay.
I feel like Dele is the person that actually, she's the type to always.
So, if you ask me, I think what he was trying to say, if I'm to complete his statement, I think he was trying to point out that, okay, he feels like Dede is the one that maybe puts all these thoughts in her head or makes her feel this type of way. That's what I feel like he was trying to say, yeah. And because the way he brought it up, it's almost like, okay, this babe, now she they try scatter us. That kind of thing. Now you have a friend, and then maybe the guy will now be telling you this babe is trying to spoil what we have, spoil our love, spoil our relationship. So I think what he was trying to say was in that line. But since Kayode moved the camera now, when we hear the full gist, nice Sabi. Moving on. Now, Imisi, as we go around and talking about Dede being I wouldn't say going around her friends. She told K Bobo and told I won't call him Kidwaya now. And told hey, what's Kola? That's she feels like Didi likes Jason, because I think she was around when that conversation concerning Sultana and the kissing thing was happening, and Dede and Jason were having that conversation. So she told um Kola first. I mean, she actually told this person first, K-Bobo first. But then let's just play the one
She
next week.
seems to have something. When we were doing that thing, two lies and one truth. No, Jason was saying that you already had sex in the house. So I think Dede likes Jason. And he wants to use you to pepper Jason. Because he was saying that after today, he's not going to talk to Jason again.
So did you guys hear that? There's something about like having sex in the house. So Mimisi was saying that she thinks that Jason, has had like has knacks in the house because in the game that he played, Two Truths and a Lie, he made mention of like knacking in the house. So maybe she was like, maybe it has happened, and then she now went on to say that she feels like Dede is going to try to use Kola to make Jason jealous now that she said she has stopped talking to Jason. All right. Normally, this information will make you to like, take a step back. But it's almost as if the information made Kola to now go and make himself available to be used per se, or just make himself available because they were not having a conversation later. I was like, okay, so this thing, if I not be finished. So Kibo, she also told Kibo about the same thing. In fact, for Kibo was when she was like, she thinks that Dede is in love. In love, oh, a whole love with Jason.
Jason and Dede was there. They were talking there. Dede was blaming that because of one night kiss or something. Jason already fall. Like, that shows that Dede really loves Jason. I swear she does.
That shows that Dede really love Jason. Emisi, oh, so Emisi is always in if she dey hear gist, if she hears something gist that's going on, she will just go and stay near so that she will hear it properly. Culture zone is that he'll be in the mix, he'll be there, he'll be at the center of the whole thing. So Dede and Kola, they were having a conversation, and at first it was giving preaching, it was talking about the Bible, Jesus. I say, now they do Bible study for here. And I think that's how he started the conversation with her. They didn't show us the beginning. They only showed us where they were preaching. He was preaching gospel, and then she was seeming. She looks very bored. He now had to even ask herself, "Say, am I boring you?" Whether she wanted to go and sleep.
They would have passed away or people that I've known that have passed away. It was never like something whereby they felt that they were going to not make it the next day. It just happened. I try my best to live life in a way of, am I boring?
Why do you care?
I do care because I'm having a conversation with you.
Kola, baby. So that's a very serious conversation. What are you talking about? So they just, he kept on talking, and then they were just like, at some point she'll respond. She was giving him like, responses at different times, and then he now asked her, what do you want? Because I think she already asked him the question of what he wants, and he now responded with the same question, now asking her what she wants. She was like, she doesn't want anything, she just wants to chill. She's just a girl. She just wants to chill, be happy, eat, enjoy.
The same question he asked me, I want to ask you the same question. How do you rephrase the question again when you were asking me what do you want from this? Or like, I think it was the question he asked me.
What do you want?
What do you want?
I just want to be fine. Have a good laugh. Dress up. Repeat.
So, at the end of the day, she just told him that she doesn't want anything from him in particular for now, or she doesn't want anything from him. And then he now asked her whether she feels like she's going to have like a not really change of heart per se, but like a different perspective later on. She's like, for now, she doesn't think so, but almost like never say never. You never know. She was very strict with Kola. She was very very strict in her countenance, her words and everything. And I think that I've been thinking since. I think that it also has to do with the things she has heard that he has said about her, the whole beauty without brains. I mean, this thing, even though it did not exactly happen like that, but she has just heard different things, and then now she heard what Kola was telling this person, Bright. So she's now thinking, oh, so that's also your strategy. You just want to ship, and it's a strategy for you to be reasoning that for Bright. So all those things have just informed like her attitude towards him. Yeah. So that's it for this video. Let's just end it. Thank you and bye. Kisses.